On this week's Sunday technical episode, that's going to be a thing, short technical videos on Sunday mornings. I want to talk about a pretty contentious topic in the Alpha 105 online world, and that is OEM spec rubber carburetor mounts versus the aluminium carburetor mounts that a lot of the aftermarket suppliers seem to be recommending these days. For a really long time, I was definitely part of the camp of solid carburetor mounts because I did like a lot of distance in my cars, and the thought of having a carburetor mount start to crack and leak air in the middle of nowhere was not appealing to me at all. I think the main appeal of these solid mounts is that it is a fit and forget solution to cracking carburetor mounts. And yeah, I suppose that's true. This part's never going to wear out. However, these O-rings, they're not going to last forever either. So I'm not sure this is the permanent solution that a lot of people think it is. In fact, the O-rings that I had on my Giulia Sprint GT only lasted about 3 years before they started vacuum leaking through there. So, and then I had to, of course, pull the carburetors off, which is no easy job on a 105, and change that out anyway. So it wasn't the fit and forget solution that I was hoping it was. But way worse than that was the engine vibrations I was getting into the carburetors. I remember being in Italy in my 64 Sprint GT while driving from South Africa to Ireland, and I had some carburetor trouble, and I pulled into a little, well not so little, into an Alfa specialist in Milan called Afra, and I was looking for some carburetor parts to try and solve some of the fueling issues I was having. And the guys there took one look at these mounts on my car, and they were like, yeah, no, that's your issue. That's what's causing your car to fuel incorrectly. And at the time, I was like 22 and thought I knew everything. I was like, yeah, whatever. I've just driven across a continent in this thing. It's fine. The mounts are fine. I've since become a bit more conservative than that. The OEM rubber part. The big criticism of these is that they do eventually crack and start letting air through into the intake. And a lot of that is probably down to the fact that the modern rubber compound on this is not up to the scratch of the original. So I think guys are starting to see their cars vacuum leak way sooner than they were expecting. They bought brand new mounts, dropped the inlet manifold, changed it all over, and within 5 years they're having to change this again. I think a lot of that is due to the lower quality rubber, but a lot of it is also that guys tend to not change out the little bushing that lives at the bottom of your carburetor support arm. So once that bushing collapses, the whole weight of the carburetor and the air cleaner box is on this mount, and it's not designed for that, so it starts to crack along the top. Yeah, so I think if you have these reproduction rubber mounts, what you have to keep in mind is that it is now a service part. It's not a lifetime part. You have to understand that about once every 5 years, you're going to have to change this out and maybe change out this bushing. So that is the sort of drawback of that. The drawback of these is really the kind of vibrations that you get in from the engine through these. And I just don't see how it's possible for this little O-ring to do as much sort of isolating as a full rubber mount. And what happens when your carburetors get vibrations into them from the engine is that the fuel can froth at certain rev ranges and frequencies in the float chamber. And then your floats will sink because your float is then heavier in relation to the density of the fuel, and it'll just throw off your fueling completely. And you have emulsion tubes in a carburetor, which is meant to do the emulsifying. It's not meant to happen by vibration in the float bowl. So, and you think, it'll make my engine run bad. It's like, actually no, like if it's bad enough, like it was in my 1600 engine that I had in the red Giulia TI that I've got, it'll run so bad and overfuel in certain rev ranges to the point that it'll build up a massive carbon deposit in the cylinders, and fuel will get past the rings and then eventually start wrecking your crankshaft and all your bearings. So I would say that the risk you running these is way higher than the risk of running slightly lean with these. Now that said, if you're going to build a really, really nice, properly balanced engine that's like really nice and smooth, way more balanced than factory, then you'll probably get away with these fine. In fact, that's what I'm doing with the 1750 GTV engine. I mean, I've really gone to town balancing it. So these would probably be just fine. But I think if you're just going to do like a swap out on a factory engine, definitely don't swap out to solid mounts. I think you're going to have a lot of trouble if you do that. If you know your engine's like perfectly balanced and really nice and smooth, then yeah, sure, go for it. Yeah, I think, yeah, the more I work on these cars, the more conservative I get. I kind of think that Alfa really knew what they were doing. When they spec'd rubber mounts for their carburetors, I think they did it for a very good reason. I've now suffered the consequences of that, having pretty much destroyed the 1600 in my Giulia TI with fueling issues. I think going forward, I'm going to use these in the Duetto because that is a very factory car, and I might use these on the 1750 GTV because it is a very like overly built, way better balanced than factory engine. So I think these will be fine on that car, and plus that car's not going to do the kind of miles that I think the Duetto is going to do. And yeah, but plus I am starting to plan a 2-liter build for the Giulia, and I'm definitely going to run that engine on these because what I want is a reliable, smooth, quiet 2-liter engine for unlimited slip diff, big brake conversion for that car, ultimate road tripping car, basically. And I don't ever want to have to worry about fueling issues on it. So yeah, anyway, so that's my take on this Sunday short Sunday service technical episode. They're actually both pretty good options. They have their, they both have their pros and cons. It just what kind of cons are you really willing to live with? And I'd rather run slightly lean, drawing a little bit of air through, than have fuel froth, to be honest. Anyway, that's my opinion. And it's the opinion of grumpy old Italian men who clearly know more than I do in retrospect. So I apologize if you were the guy I had to put up with 22-year-old version of me who knew everything apparently about Alfas. I take it back. You do know better. Anyway, thanks for watching this episode. There'll be another technical episode next Sunday morning. I think I'll get into something even more boring than carburetor mounts. Thanks for watching, you huge nerds. I'll see you next time.